Well, well, well. Just an exemplary set.
Yeah, and different some in some ways less jam centric. I mean, there were some good long ones at the beginning, but it just sort of became more of a song oriented thing for a while there, in a very interesting way, and a nice new groove on one song in
Yeah.
particular. Shall
Ye-
I run down a list and then we can talk about it?
Please do.
Okay, then. Mississippi Half Step was the opener. Feel Like a Stranger. Cold Rain and Snow. A very interesting take on Minglewood Blues. China Doll featuring the lovely and talented O'Teal Burbridge on the beautiful vocal. Jack Straw and Big River with a very interesting groove. And they closed the set with Birdsong.
Yeah. And as has been the case, just fantastically conversational playing, the interrelations between the musicians. We've been having this adventure with Billy in and out and Jay Lane, and it's interesting how that transforms the grooves in subtle ways. Of course, Jay knows this music intimately, but his musical background nudges things in different directions. And we're always happy when Billy comes back as well. We may see him in the second set. Some nights he's just participated in the drum sequence. He's taking care of his
Right.
health, and just whatever is happening, it just seems that it's all to the good of the music. And anyway, looking forward to the second set. I think great things are going to happen. I just have a feeling about the second set. Uh, anyway,
We have
this
reason
is
to be optimistic.
yeah, that's right. They haven't let us down yet. Anyway, this is Dead Air, which is a little halftime show we do on behalf of nugs.net, a fantastic organization which is utterly devoted to live music. It's the only streaming platform that really is. They're not just playing old archival recordings. They're bringing you new stuff. They are sponsoring and carrying live streams like this. They have a deep library of all kinds of great live performances, audio and video by many of your favorite bands. The jam band world is very well represented, but they also work with people like Bruce Springsteen and Wilco and Pearl Jam and many, many more. And there's a deep library of thousands of bands, solo artists, all that. And you can engage in nugs.net on different levels. You can subscribe to the streaming service and have all this music at your fingertips anytime you want it. You can purchase live streams like this during, before, or after the fact. If you're watching this on the free preview, you could go back and watch this show again or any other show on this tour. Buy them a la carte or buy the whole package. It's really an incredible and versatile way to get live music. And if you're watching this, chances are you're kind of a live music aficionado.
Now, I've been advised that we might have a slightly shorter break than usual and that we should curtail the Nugs plug. So I think that's
Okay.
enough for that. Please go to nugs.net/deadco for more information and special offers and stuff. Let's go directly to our guest this evening, Gary.
Yes, indeed. And my wardrobe choice for this evening will become clear in a moment. My New York Yankees logo here. But we are very happy to welcome a very good friend of ours, a member of our community and family for a very long time, worked with the Grateful Dead for many years. And now he is the executive director of an organization we cherish and value greatly, the Rex Foundation. Please welcome Cameron Sears.
Good evening.
How are we tonight?
We're good. Oh, you shunned the Red Sox jersey, Cameron.
Oh, I wanted to elevate the stature of things tonight. We'll let
Well,
the baseball players sort out their issues.
you're looking very snappy, and I did wear this because the Rex Foundation has for the first time ever a Jerry Garcia night coming to Yankee Stadium on August 1st on Jerry's birthday, and of course I've kind of taken perverse delight in watching the Yankee haters online just have their heads explode about this. But ain't no time to hate is our motto here, and of course you are a longtime Red Sox fan, and it only proves the value of the Rex Foundation. If Rex can bring together our two warring civilizations, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're thrilled to be doing the Jerry night with the Yankees. It's a first. Um, they've been extremely supportive, and it's been a pleasure working with them. And we've also got a Jerry night about a week later with the Red Sox. And then we're also doing one with the San Francisco Giants, where a lot of this emanated from. So it's a great program, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
Right. Well, we talk about Rex a lot, obviously, here and every chance we get on Tales from the Golden Road, because we've all been involved in it from its very beginnings in the early 1980s. And it grew out of the Grateful Dead family. It was a way of utilizing the power and the generosity of the Grateful Dead fan community to help out any number of good causes, environmental, social, educational, very much in the arts. And it's been going on, well, nigh on 40 years now, getting close.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's funny. A lot of our activities this year are focused on Jerry's 80th birthday, which is a milestone in and of itself. And I was recalling, this doesn't have so much to do with Rex per se, but the last time Grateful Dead played in Detroit, we were at the Palace, I believe, in Auburn Hills, and Jerry was turning 52 that night. And we had a little birthday party for him backstage, which I can't say that he was entirely thrilled by, but it was the marking of time, and we had some fun with it. And but I was reflecting on that night as we were getting ready for our little chat tonight. It was a special marking of time for sure.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people are going to be observing the 80th joyously, even as we miss his physical presence. He's still
Indeed.
very much with us, and so he's with us in the music we heard tonight very much.
That's true. That's true. And back to the Rex thing for a minute. Jerry and all the guys in the band possess this, but a generosity of spirit. And in his particular case, he really was a champion of the underdog, almost without hesitation. And I think he felt a spiritual obligation to try and help lift up and make the world a better place, and really a heartfelt sentiment that he carried about his day-to-day life, honestly. And a lot of the grants that came up were things that he loved and supported, and some of the grants that we've made recently, I'm sure he would feel the same way. And the beauty of the Rex Foundation was another thing that we all hold in high regard, which was the diversity of it all. It was an eclectic group of decision makers, an eclectic group of grants that have been given. We've given over 1,300 grants. We're closing in on having given away $10 million since the inception of the organization in 1983. And we feel like once we hit that threshold, that's a huge milestone. But I think the number of grants is even more important, because we aim to touch as many people as we can. And our grants aren't huge. They're, some cases 2,500, some 5,000, some 10,000, but they all have an impact. And we find a lot of really interesting groups to support that come from our circle of deciders and extended family. And it's just a lot of fun to be able to pick up the phone and call somebody and unexpectedly say, hey, I'm calling from the Rex Foundation, and we're keen on your organization, and we're going to send you a check. Can you send us your 501c3 status letter, please? And they're just kind of bowled over. So this last, about a month ago, actually, we collaborated on an event in New Orleans. And New Orleans is a music hub, as we all know. A lot of need there after Katrina. It's never really fully recovered. And COVID really affected the musical community there in a very severe way. And we wanted to do something down there that made an impact. So we found some organizations down there to support, and we revised, you guys will both appreciate this, we've revived the Ralph J. Gleason Award. And for those listening who don't know who Ralph Gleason was, he was one of the founding editors of Rolling Stone, amongst maybe not his nom de plume, what he's best known for, but he was also the music critic of the San Francisco Chronicle. And in that capacity, he spread the notion that the music scene that was emerging in San Francisco in the 60s was a vibrant, vital, and important thing to support. And he was one of the first old guard music critics. He was, formerly the jazz critic, essentially, but he came to appreciate what the emerging rock and roll scene in San Francisco represented. And we felt a great kinship to him. First of all, the guys in the band were very close to him. And we named this award after him for people that are kind of cultivating musical expression in their communities. And when we were in New Orleans, we could think of none better in this time than Trombone Shorty. So we gave Trombone Shorty's foundation the Ralph J. Gleason Award. And Shorty is doing some amazing work. His short story is that he grew up in Treme. He learned on the stoops of the streets how to play trombone. There's famous pictures of him carrying his trombone down the street when it's bigger than he was. And these old cats would teach him licks, and he kind of got his way around it, became a superstar in his own right now, and is having a phenomenal career. But he's also never lost sight of where he came from and giving back. And I can't speak highly enough of what he's accomplished down there, but he's formed a musical academy to keep the art and tradition of New Orleans alive, and at the same time teaching these young musicians the skills necessary to be businessmen. As we all say, the music business is two things. It's music and business, and don't let the business bite you on the ass or you won't be playing the music for too long. So Shorty's making sure that people are getting that education as well, and they're having great success, really great success. Good. So we wish him the best, and we were really happy to give him this award.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean,
and we found some other great groups there too.
Wonderful. I mean, it's that award is exemplary of who Ralph Gleason was, and also of what the Rex Foundation is. That support at the grassroots. Not for the mainstream, but for artists who would ordinarily operate at the fringes.
Correct. That's right. Shorty's obviously become a little bit more mainstream, but the culture that he's trying to preserve is very much in the fringe, even though those of us who listen to Grateful Dead music will hear the inflections of New Orleans throughout and the deep-rooted jazz nature of what it all represents and improvisation. But we're fortunate in that way. Not everybody has that insight. So kudos to Shorty.
Indeed. Well, what are some of the other recent Rex grantees that have come to the fore?
Well, let's take a look here. We've had two rounds of grant making so far this year. We'll probably have a couple of more. I think to date we've given away close to $65,000 already, which we feel really good about. I will tell you that. Let me just read some of these because there's various ones. We gave a grant to the Accessible Festivals organization, which is making communities stronger by ensuring music and recreation is accessible to all abilities through events such as in the Inclusion Festival. And they're looking to make people who have disabilities be able to go to festivals and enjoy them without any hindrance, and with the ability for free expression on their own terms. And it's a beautiful thing, and they're having a lot of success with that. We also gave a grant in Berkeley to the Center for Youth Development through Law, which is educating high school students about, it's sort of a trial court. So they practice cases and learn about the judicial system. And these kids are primarily in underserved populations that don't have access to these sorts of things. And it's run by a law professor out of UC Berkeley. And it's really revolutionizing their perspective of where they can make change and how they fit in and what's possible within the law and using the law in a proactive way for good. So that it's a very cool program.
Well, Cameron, we're told the band is walking back toward the stage. The time always
give me a
by.
break.
I mean, the nerve of those guys. You know, don't they know we're talking important stuff here? But let's just give a last. Well, you know, they've been pulling this on you for how many years? But anyway,
I could
let's
never
give
get
them more.
back on in less than 45 minutes.
I
Jesus.
know. This damn work ethic of these guys is really annoying. But listen, let's give one last general plug to Rex and tell people how they can help, because this grassroots effort has continued for so many years past the Grateful Dead's lifetime, and it's an astonishing thing. So tell people where to go and find
Well,
out.
by
where
all
they can
means,
volunteer.
go.
And how musicians can contribute, because I know you connect with a lot of musicians all around the country to do Rex benefits and stuff. So please
Yes.
mention that as well.
So
Quickly.
the first and foremost way is to go to our website, which is rexfoundation.org. Sign up on our Facebook page. We have a newsletter on our website. Sign up for that. If there are direct questions that people have or want to get in touch with us, send those to info@rexfoundation.org, and we'd be happy to get back in touch.
Fantastic.
Great.
Cameron,
Rex,
always a pleasure. You know, again, thank you for the Jerry night at Yankee Stadium and at Fenway. Once again, all things are possible. And let's talk again.
May
really
both
soon.
teams win.
That's right.
yeah.
Until October. Anyway,
Yeah.
come back and talk to us on the
Great.
radio soon. We love having you. Enjoy the rest of the show, to you and everybody.
Thank you,
out there.
guys. Have a good show and appreciate the time.